Hi guys, so in the earlier video we went through a lot of detail on frozen shoulder, what to expect when you do have frozen shoulder, some of the symptoms you may experience, and the stages that frozen shoulder progresses through. We also went through some introductory exercises that you can start doing if you have frozen shoulder to start improving your range of motion. But we wanted to add to that initial video and show you some progressions of that initial exercises. Because let's face it, when you do those first level of exercises and your motion starts to improve, now you do want to challenge yourself with the next level exercises to continue your recovery and your progress. A little side note, if you guys like our videos, please do subscribe. You can always hit the like button, and you can also drop a comment if there are certain topics you'd like us to discuss in the future or make videos about. So with the progressions of the first level exercises, again, you should start, these exercises can be done at any phase, but please know that these are for getting your range of motion back. So do start with the first video and the first level of exercises. And if they're really easy, we can go right in and progress with the exercises that I'm about to show you now. So the first one is going to be the child pose stretch exercises. And there's two different ways you can do it. I'm going to show you the first way. We're going to go exactly like it says, child pose position. So sitting with your knees bent, sitting on your heels, and then you're going to slowly, let's say it's my left shoulder that is suffering and is in pain from frozen shoulder. So you're just going to hold the left hand with the right, and then nice and easy, slide the left forward as far as you can as you sit further down into the stretch. So I'm just going to demonstrate here. I'm slowly inching my hand forward to whatever motion I can. And at the same time, I'm kind of trying to bring my behind towards my heels so I can sit a little bit further down, really getting a nice opening movement at the shoulder. I'm going to do it per my tolerance. And then when I feel like 10 to 30 second hold based on tolerance, I'm going to slowly come on back. There is another variation of this, and that's through the use of a exercise ball. So, placing the exercise ball in front of you. Right now I am kneeling, but you can also do this sitting in a chair and placing the ball at a height, okay? So, injured hand or painful arm on the ball. The opposite side is going to help it anchor so you can truly kind of relax the shoulder. It's really important to relax this arm. This arm relaxed, now I'm going to slowly lean forward. As I'm leaning into the stretch, you can see here, nice opening through that arm. I'm getting a really good stretch. I don't have frozen shoulder, but actually feels a really nice stretch. Again, I can hold it for 10 to 30 seconds based on my tolerance. And then you can come on back. I'm going to go into that stretch again. Holding it per my tolerance. It's actually feeling really nice. And then I'm going to come on back. There is another variation that you can do with this exercise ball. The first movement is flexion based, which is this motion of the shoulder, but the second movement can be abduction based, which is this movement of the shoulder. So this will be better, you can get a better idea from this position. I'm in the same position as I was before, but my arm is now on the side of my trunk instead of in the front. And then I'm going to slowly lean into that, rolling the ball forward. And you can again see nice opening here. Again, after holding 10 to 30 seconds based on your tolerance, you can come back. We're gonna repeat just so you get a better idea. Really going into the stretch. I think I need the ball to be a little further. So there you go. Nice and easy, really feeling nice opening through here. I'm actually getting a nice stretch on the other side too. holding it for about 10 to 30 seconds, and slowly coming back. So this exercise addressed two ranges of motion of the shoulder, the flexion range of motion and the abduction range of motion. So the next motion we want to focus on is the shoulder external rotation, which is the opening motion of the shoulder. So I'm going to show this to you laying down. In the previous video, we had the first step, which was arms by your side as you push the arm out into opening position with the help of a cane to your tolerance. We're going to progress the same, so we're actually going to get into a 90-90 position now. So your elbows are in line with the shoulder and your wrist is in a perpendicular to the elbow. So this is the 90-90 position where you are here and here. So holding this position, we're going to gently hold the cane at an angle. Again, you could use a back scratcher, cane, anything you need. And I'm going to apply gentle force to have my arm go down and back while holding the 90-90 position. So my angle is going to be diagonal as I guide my injured or painful shoulder down and back, holding it 10 to 30 seconds based on your tolerance, and then we're going to come on back, okay? So the next exercise I'm going to show you is going to address the movement, which is turning your arm in. So the earlier version of this exercise was bringing it right across your back, and now we want to progress it a little bit further. So hook your hand into a towel or a strap like I have. Bring the strap over to your opposite shoulder. It's going to be like this in this position. And then I'm just going to relax. It's very important that you don't hold the shoulder tight. You have to let the shoulders relax. Let that arm relax right on this side. And as I have this arm relaxed, I'm going to lightly holding on to the strap. I'm going to use my left hand to bring the right up and behind my back, almost like I'm trying to scratch the middle of my back. You go as far as you can tolerate based on your tolerance, holding 10 to 30 seconds. Some of the things to be mindful of is, one, you don't want to lift the arm up like this. You don't want to bend forward like you're trying to hunch forward. You want to really stay upright, and you want to keep your shoulders relaxed, not turned up, relaxed as you pull the arm behind your back. Okay, so the next exercise is to open up the range going out. This can be a level 1 exercise, or you can use it as a progression based on how you feel and what your movements are. So kind of gently holding the top of the cane or back scratcher, or I have a bar here, so I'm going to be using that, lightly resting the arm on it. For this video, we're going to assume it's my left shoulder that is frozen, and I'm going to use my opposite right hand to push my left up and out as far as I can tolerate. It's very important that you're not lifting the left arm. You're really letting the left arm kind of relax on top of this bar as the right is pushing the left up. Go as far as you can based on your tolerance, and then slowly come back down. Again, I just want to show you, nice and easy, pushing with the right, pushing the left up to your tolerance, and then slowly coming back down. You can hold it anywhere between 10 to 30 seconds based on how you feel. So the next exercise that we want to show you is a pec opening exercise. So be very mindful that unless you have motion up to here and here, this exercise will be very difficult for you to do. You can certainly try it, but it's imperative that you do the initial exercises first to get the movements up to here, and then kind of start adding this exercise. So for this, you're going to interlace your fingers behind your head, and as we do this, your elbows are going to come forward a little bit, and we're going to stand against the wall to use the wall as a reference point. And what I'm going to do here is keeping my shoulders relaxed. I'm going to nice and easy open my shoulders to bring my elbows towards the wall. What we're trying to do is we're going to open up the shoulder in two different motions. So opening back as well as external rotation movement. You can hold this for about 10 to 30 seconds based on how you feel. Now be very mindful what we end up seeing in the clinic, and which is very typical of frozen shoulder because of limitations in range. Most patients will have this presentation here where the shoulder is closed and elevated. And what we're really looking for is you want to really try to relax the shoulder down, send the energy out and away from your shoulders into the elbow as you're trying to bring your elbow against the wall. So you don't want a closed presentation like this, you want an open presentation like this. Again, as much as you can to the best of your ability. So the next exercise that I'm going to show you is to help you gain movement again in flexion, which is important for overhead reach, grabbing items, picking things from overhead. And we're going to add a small component of strengthening to it as well. So we're going to use the wall for support for this exercise. Now, if I don't have the strength or if I'm in a lot of pain, you can use the opposite arm to help you do the lift. So we'll show 3 different versions of this. So we're gonna again take the left shoulder as a reference shoulder, which is the painful shoulder. So you're gonna have the right hand hold the left, and then the right hand is going to slowly glide the left hand up and over to reach as far as you can tolerate. Again, holding it for 10 to 30 seconds based on your tolerance. And then as you start gaining strength and do repetitions of the exercises, you'll be able to independently move that hand up and over. So we want to slide that hand as far as you can. And you're going to reach up, try to reach really high as much as you can. Again, holding it 10 to 30 seconds. Really feel the opening in the shoulder on this side. And then the last step is we're going to make it a little harder and add some strengthening component, is where we reach up as far as we can, and we're going to add some small lifts up and away from the wall. You just want to make sure you don't want your palms turned in. You want your palms facing in with your thumbs facing out as you lift that arm up and away from the wall. Thanks.